What's up guys, Goldie here again. Today we're looking at the Joyo Husky drive, going to the pedal my way. This one is kind of like a mini OCD in some ways. And it's a pretty good one as well because for some reason the Joyo Ironman brand is pretty good these days. And this might be something you want to check out. So let's go. Let's start off with the equipment here. What I'm using is my PRS Custom 24. It's going through my wireless right there, X2 wireless. It's going to the pedal, straight to the pedal, and the pedal goes straight to my Marshall DSL 15H, and that goes to the Celestion Vintage 30. Those are mic'd by my Interlink DM57 and also the Superlux PRA228A, I believe it is. I'll put a link on them down below. These two microphones are mixed in together through my Scarlett 2i2, and then that goes straight to my computer. So the first thing we're looking at is the clean tone of my amp. So that's just clean running on straight to the amp. With the Husky drive, let's start off with the low. Let's check out the sweep of the volume knob. From what I tested earlier, this is kind of like a darkish sounding, not so transparent volume knob. The pedal itself has a bit of a kind of like an underlying bass boost. It's not something that's in my taste, but hopefully you can get a good representation through this video and through YouTube's compression as well. So here we go. Start off little by little. So you can hear it sounds like it has like a bit of a thickness to it at the end, right at the max volume right there. Throughout the range it sounds a little bit dark. My tone controls were up high, bridge pickup, volume all the way up, and these are the HFS, this is the HFS bridge, and this is supposed to be a pretty bright pickup, but as you can hear it sounds pretty loud. But then again, the tone knob is all the way down as well. That could also put the tone in the darker side. Let's put this volume onto Unity. I'm guessing 12 is Unity on this one. So this is clean with the pedal off. And then let's turn it on. Let's put it to somewhere that's slightly less volume than, let's say maybe 3 dBs, less than the amp's clean channel. This is just roughly speaking kind of thing. So right about there is where I would kind of want it to be, me personally, just to give the amps a little bit of headroom. So let's start playing with the tone control. Let's check out the sweep of it. Sounds alright. That's how it sounds. Whatever you think of that sound, that's up to you. Now I'm going to put the tone to where I'd like it to be. Right there is where I want it to be. So let's go ahead and play with the gain control. Let's see what that's made of. So that's the gain control. It sounds thick. To me, it sounds a little mushy, and it's still pretty tight, but it's not as tight as I would want it to be. Something like if you had a BB Plus or like a Mesa Boogie Mark 5 amp, or you know, when you think of a tight amp, where the palm mutes are really percussive and really held together. This is not what I'm not getting that from this, but you might like that kind of thing. It has some tightness to it. So let's go to the high mode and let's start all over again. I'll put everything to 0 and I'll put it to high. Start with the volume again, but this time I'll need to put down the preamps on my Scarlett 2i2 because it's one of the channels are peaking. One of the microphones are peaking, so yes, I'll just put them down. I'll just be 1 second. Let's go back to the volume. Let's play with the volume. I prefer that one. It has a little bit of a bigger sound to it. I guess it's the high headroom. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. Maybe that is what it means. I think there's a bit of grit to the volume. I don't know. I don't really notice. But let's again put that to where I want it to be, which is just a little bit below the amp's volume. Right there, you can tell it's definitely louder because last time it was about 1 o'clock or somewhere in the dial, but now it's at 12 o'clock, so it's definitely louder. Okay, let's play with the tone control. Let's put all of our settings on the guitar to max. Bridge pickup, HFS. So I think there's a little bit of a difference in tone as well. I feel like it opens it up a little bit more. There's a little bit more brightness on top from what I find from there. That's where I want it now, at the tone control. So let's move over to the gain. So right about towards the end, I think it's about 7 towards the end, it sounds like it's really saturated, but the bass is really loose at the time. So this one is also aimed to sound like one of those cranked amps. There's a pretty decent sound. I reckon it's pretty decent. I haven't really compared it to many. I certainly haven't compared it to the OCD, to the real OCD, but this is pretty good. This one is pretty decent. I'll go ahead and put the gain down to where I want it to be, and then I'll just put the volume down. It's on the Marshall because it sounds a little bit overwhelming. And I gotta readjust the Scarlett as well. There's a sudden increase in gain when you go from 0 to 1. Check this out. It's not too bad, but it's there just in case you want to know. There. There's the grit right there. guitar. I haven't played guitar in a long time, so maybe there's a change in my guitar playing. Maybe you might have noticed it, maybe you might have not, but it's all good. So this is my quick playthrough of the Husky drive. Pretty decent pedal. For a small pedal like this, it doesn't really sound too solid state. There's a bit of a dynamic on the sound of it. It sounds kind of amp-like a little bit, if I dare say, but it doesn't sound solid statey, if that's if I was to make up a word like that. It's pretty decent. Alright, so in terms of the build quality of this one is like all of the other Joyo Ironman pedals. It's a high quality. The knobs feel really sturdy on this one. If you look at the at these, they have these grooves here that makes it easy for you to grab. Especially useful because the knobs on these are quite small. It's easy to control. When you turn them, they feel firm, they feel good. The button as well feels like it's high quality. And I've had this for a while, probably maybe less than a year, but doesn't seem like it's corroded too much. This cover is not flimsy at all, okay? So this one is assembled quite tightly. Doesn't seem like it's gonna be broken quite easily. The construction of this is tight. The screws are tight and there's not much visible gaps on the side there. These jacks as well, they feel really good. These audio jacks right here, and also the 9-volt jack. It's got a good weight to it. Overall, it feels really strong. Like I couldn't squeeze it. This is going to be durable. If you're going to rely on the Joyo Ironman pedals, you'll probably be alright when you tour. I'm not paid by Joyo in any way or anything like that. The pedals are quite decent. It's pretty much my 2 cents and my view on these pedals. Overall, yeah, physically it's solid. Sound-wise, it's not quite my type, but if you hear this and you like it, this is going to be a big one for you. And they're cheap. Probably bought this for maybe, I don't know, 60, 70 Australian dollars, and it's a good price for what it is. And this is not, I didn't get this direct or anything. I got this from a retailer in Sydney. So overall, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.